I'll just quickly show you the schedule. So this is the full course schedule for all the units, right? So all 9 units are here. I'm just going to look at Unit 1. So first of all, you'll see the dates. So Unit 1 is a 1-week unit, although it really starts on Thursday, so it's a little more than 1 week. And it's the schedule is structured the same way. First of all, there's an activity checklist, so all the things you should be working on that week. Then your required readings are here, and then there's a list of the graded due dates or graded activities. So for week 1, the only thing you have due at the end of the week by Sunday, September 20th, is you need to write that Unit 1 quiz. If you look at Unit 2, you've got the Unit 2 quiz and you've got the Omnivore's Dilemma Book Club discussion. Okay, so this helps to keep you on track. So I would suggest that every week you take a look at this at least a couple of times to make sure that you're keeping up with the material. Okay, so that's the schedule. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. But while I'm on the schedule, I might as well show you this e-reserve. So you'll notice that there are required readings. So remember that there is a required reading in terms of the book, a required textbook, the Omnivore's Dilemma Book Club, but there are other readings that are required as well. And you can get all of these required readings. Well, you have to buy the book, obviously, but you can get all the other required readings by just clicking on e-reserve. And you see here, Unit 1, and there's the required reading. And you click on it, takes you to the library, and everything you'll find here. You'll just click on View This Item, and it takes you straight to the reading. The one thing I just want to make sure that you notice, though, is that some of the readings, I'm only asking you to read select pages. So make sure that you really pay attention here, because this is a very long report. I don't expect you to read the whole thing. I just expect you to read those pages. Some of these items are really, really short. And some of them are actually movies. And that'll take you straight to the library as well, where you can just click on, I think, let's just see. Yep, you just say View This Item, and it'll open up, and you can watch it right online. Okay, so that's the way the e-reserve works. So the last thing I want to do then, most important thing, where all the content is found, are the units. So let's just take a look at Unit 1. I'm not going to look at all the units. So Unit 1, each unit is structured the same way. If we look at the table of contents, there's always an introduction. There's always learning outcomes. There's almost always required readings. Some of the units don't have extra required readings outside of the Omnivore's Dilemma, but most of them do. And then there are concepts. So for this unit, there are only 2 concepts, Concept 1, Concept 2, and then there's the quiz and a summary. And in Unit 1, there's also this class introduction, but we'll get to that. So let's just page through this. So there's introduction. There's the learning outcomes. I'm not going to go through, I'm not going to read all these with you. There's your required reading for this unit, Statistics Canada report, which we already saw. I haven't included the Omnivore's Dilemma Book Club readings here because the Omnivore's Dilemma Book Club are not really unit-specific readings. So these are the unit-specific readings. The Omnivore's Dilemma Book Club reading schedule you can find on the schedule here. Okay, so this is the unit-specific reading. Then concept, and the concepts work the same way. There's usually nice photos, there's some text that I've written, and then there are either links or embedded videos. So there's quite a number of these narrated videos that I've actually made. And you'll find these narrated videos in units 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then they stop. Because I didn't think they were necessary after that point. And these are really quite nice because they're just narrated PowerPoint videos. So if I start it.
Welcome to the first of many narrated PowerPoint videos that you will find in ENVS2130. My name.
And if you just click down here, this will open up all of the slides as a PDF. So before you begin watching these videos, some of you might want to print these, and then you'll have something you can take notes on. I'm not exactly sure how you would want to use those, but that's a possibility. I've also embedded other videos that I haven't made, and you'll see that they're copyrighted. And I'd like you to watch those as well. And then in some of the units, you'll also, or some of the concepts, you'll also see these little learning activities. These are interactive learning activities. They're not graded at all. They're just there for you to sort of test your knowledge at the end of the concept. Okay, so that's concept 1, concept 1.1. Here's concept 1.2, same thing, pictures, some text. Here's a narrated video, and here's a learning activity. Sometimes the learning activities take a bit of time to load, so just make sure you're a bit patient. Then just in Unit 1, there's a little thing on the class introduction, just to remind you that you need to introduce yourself to your book club in the discussion link, okay? And then test your knowledge just reminds you to do the quiz. And then finally, just a little summary reminding you what you've looked at in that unit and what you're going to look at in the next unit. So that's pretty much it. I don't think there's really much else for me to say. I hope that you find that helpful. I also think you'll find this start here helpful. And please, I really, really strongly urge you to read thoroughly through the outline, the assignments, and then make sure you use that schedule on a weekly basis so that you keep up with the material and with the due dates. So that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll talk to you, I guess. Next time I talk to you will be in Unit 1 with the narrated video.